Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 252, Enola Holmes. My name is Joe.
My name is Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Joe.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Like the Baker Street Boys.
Oh.
For Sherlock Holmes.
Sure. Or the song Baker Street?
I'm not familiar with that.
I think it's just like a jazzy saxophone instrumental that was kind of a hit in the 80s.
Nice. All right.
Or something. I don't know.
I would probably recognize it if I heard it.
You absolutely would, yes.
It occurs to me now that the Sherlock Holmes group is called the Baker Street Irregulars.
Oh, I thought that was the Buckaroo Banzai team.
Maybe it is. Maybe they ripped off Arthur Conan Doyle, or vice versa.
Why would the Buckaroo Banzai guys rip off anyone?
I don't know. I really don't know.
There's a comic that came out years and years and years ago by Guy Davis called, I think it was just called Baker Street or something like that. But okay. It was like a punk version of like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. And,
interesting.
I have a copy of the trade somewhere, but it is nigh unreadable.
Just it's really bad, or the lettering's rough.
I just could not make it through. The letter is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw some people on Twitter today talking about Guy Davis and the Marquis.
Oh, the Marquis is great.
Yeah, I've read a little bit of that. That book is phenomenal.
Yes, I miss Guy Davis. He doesn't work in comics anymore.
Good for him.
Yeah, probably.
Get paid. Get paid what you're worth.
Yep. It's too bad.
It is too bad because he's an excellent artist
and a super nice guy.
I've never met him.
Yeah, he was at of all places the Small Press and Comic Expo once.
Oh wow! Okay, interesting.
Yeah. He agreed to appear on Gutter Trash, but just never had the time, which is fair because he's Guy fucking Davis.
Sure.
And he was at Space for some reason.
That would have been a hell of a get.
Yeah, for sure.
For Gutter Trash.
Yeah. But he did talk to me for a while, and he gave me 2 free sketches.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was pretty great.
Nice.
But yeah,
Enola Holmes.
Yes. Just dancing around it.
I tried to bring it around with the Baker Street thing.
Yes, you did.
I feel like that's the story of our podcast, is me trying to, or one of us trying to keep things on track, and the other one just being like, "Nope, I'm going to talk about something else." And I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's the sign of a good podcast, I think. It's what I learned in podcasting class.
It's working for us, whatever it is. It's electric.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Enola Holmes.
Yeah.
The
so
story
this is
of...
No, you go ahead.
As I was going to say, it's the story of Sherlock Holmes' little sister.
That's right.
Yeah. Non-canonical.
I mean, Arthur Conan Doyle didn't write didn't write this movie, so
yeah. But also did not create this character.
True.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about that while I was watching the movie. Just like public domain characters and how you can sort of do just whatever with them, and like Sherlock Holmes as a is a really good example of that, of a character who has far outlived its original creator.
True. Even though the Conan Doyle estate did sue the makers of this movie.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
Wow.
I don't remember the exact reasons, but apparently they did take some offense to their use of Sherlock in this movie.
Huh. Did they object to how just damn sexy he was?
I mean, why would they? If anything, that made them drop their suit. They said, "Oh, Henry Cavill is playing him?
Sign me up." Our only stipulation is he has to have a mustache, and the filmmakers were like, "No deal." I do think it would have been better if he'd had a mustache.
Yeah, it'd been funnier.
Bringing it back around to facial hair.
Yep. I think it'd been great if maybe he did have a mustache, and for whatever reason, this production actually has a bigger CGI budget to remove it than the Justice League did.
I mean,
and it just looks flawless here.
Netflix is clearly more popular than Warner Brothers Studios, or at least clearly more flush with cash and technology. So, yeah, I could see it. Brilliant. I got my my invitation to the virtual premiere of Zack Snyder's Justice League today.
What?
So yeah, it's my first movie premiere invitation. I'm pretty excited about it.
Nice. Gonna watch it?
I will probably watch at least the opening part, because I guess, just for reporting purposes. Okay. There's, I guess, like an intro with Zack Snyder that I will probably watch. But we have someone else who is actually reviewing the movie for the site, so I will probably not watch the whole thing at that point. That's good, and also pity on that poor soul. Right, he volunteered. All right. Is he one of those guys? He's not one of those guys. Okay, I mean, at least not like I think he. Yeah, I don't. He's a complicated fella. Aren't we all? is what I'll say about him. But I do believe that I'm going to be getting one of the meal boxes. I forget if I've talked about this. No. On the show. Yeah, so there's this Snyder Cut curated meal box that has themed foods for all of the characters in the movie. And we requested one. We requested one for review, and I think I might be getting one of those. So I will do a video review of that if I do get it. That I am legitimately excited about. Oh my god. What the fresh hell? I know, yeah, hello fresh hell. I know it comes in a some sort of like collectible mother box container. And then there's a few things that you have to prepare yourself, like there's a Big Belly burger, there's some sort of fish and chips thing, and maybe a quiche that you have, or not a quiche, a souffle that you have to prepare yourself, and then the rest of it is all just like pre-prepared snacks, and there's a couple beers that it comes with. Yeah, it's a pretty good assortment of foods. Huh. I think it's supposed to be for multiple people, but I'm going to eat all of it in one sitting. Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? While I watch the 4-hour cut of Justice League. It may take you that long to prepare it. It's true. Who is the souffle supposed to represent? I don't remember. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess off the top of my head, I'd guess Batman, but just because he's rich and fancy. That could be. I know that there's a bat like candy bar that's just like it's like a salted caramel thing, but it's shaped like a bat.
No. Okay.
That I know that for sure is Batman. Yeah, I'm not sure who the souffle thing is for.
Huh.
Maybe Superman?
No.
I'm not sure.
Super flay.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, there's a cutscene, and this is true. There is a cutscene from Superman 2 of Superman and Lois in the fortress, and they try to make a souffle with Superman's heat vision, and it does not work. But that scene is laced with innuendo about how Superman's never done this before, and he's not sure if it's going to work. And Lois just tells him, just take it slow. So yeah.
Yep. Now that you mentioned some of the details, I do remember seeing that. But that is something that is full of whimsy, and that is antithetical to anything Zack Snyder has involved with. Yeah,
it's as far as I know, you are correct. So we'll see.
Speaking of whimsy and people involved with Zack Snyder,
Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes.
Yeah, this movie was delightful.
It really was. It is. Sometimes, mostly you have picked some pretty dark movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then occasionally you try to readjust with something pretty light. And I feel like this should have been one of those.
Yeah, this really did feel like a me pick and not a you pick. But, like, in a good way.
Well, thank you.
I guess, yeah, I don't know what in a good way or a bad way means. But yeah, you're right. It is a much lighter, more whimsical thing than what you usually pick.
Sure. I mean, it's definitely lighter in tone than my previous pick.
The movie that I watched about the Holocaust over the weekend was lighter in tone than the movie that you picked last time. Cause
wow.
No, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It also wasn't really about the Holocaust. It was about the capture of Adolf Eichmann. So yeah, it was well after that was over. Anyway. I don't know. When I picked this movie, on IMDb, it says, I expected there to be a mystery aspect, as there is a connection to Sherlock Holmes, of course.
But IMDb describes this as a drama, and I was worried that it was going to be melodramatic.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But I found it to be just a very a lighthearted romp with some mystery and some action.
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps that there's a lot of really great people in it.
That is true.
I mean, you got your Henry Cavill.
Yes.
You got your Millie Bobby Brown.
Yep.
As Enola Holmes. Helena Bonham Carter, I did not expect to see in this movie.
I did not either.
I forget the name of the actor who plays Mycroft, but he was just a perfect piece of shit.
Man, just what an asshole. Sam Claflin, something like that.
Claflin or something. Yeah, there it is.
I don't think I'd ever seen him in anything before, but just a pitch perfect dick.
He was actually in Pitch Perfect. No, he wasn't. I'm just kidding. He was in several of the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah, never.
And he was in a movie that I really like called My Cousin of Rachel. That actually stars Rachel Weisz, and it's like a semi-erotic thriller. But it's very good.
Okay.
It's worth it. It's like a period erotic thriller.
Is not to be just a horny dude, but Rachel Weisz,
No, of course.
the subject of any of this eroticism?
She very much is, yes.
I'll check that out then.
She is the femme fatale of the film.
I like that.
You also got Bern Gorman, from Torchwood as the bowler hat guy,
who actually has a name that they never mentioned.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Linwood or something like that.
Interesting.
Yep. Which I guess probably in the credits, but definitely in the subtitles.
Okay, all right, good to know.
They never actually call him by that, but subtitles would be like Linwood grunts.
Yeah. It'd be like, who's Linwood grunts?
Solomon Grundy's cousin.
I like it. Let's work on this story. But yeah, and then the headmistress of the finishing school. I don't remember her name, but I recognize her from Killing Eve, which she is excellent on.
Okay, that's where I recognized her from. Okay, yep. Also recognized the maid from, or the house servants, Enola's housemaid.
Okay.
From somewhere, but I honestly couldn't place it.
Gotcha.
But she seemed very familiar. But yeah,
she seemed familiar to me too, but I don't know what she was in, or if she just has one of those faces.
Could be that too. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's about just sort of general Enola's mom, Helena Bonham Carter, goes missing, and her older brothers come back to sort of, I guess. Well, Sherlock is there to find out where she has gone, and Mycroft is there to take care of Enola.
Right. And
since Mycroft is an asshole, his way of taking care of Enola is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
So Enola runs away and decides to find her mom on her own.
Yep. This is, from my limited worldview, a very pro-feminist movie.
I would say so, yes.
So one of my favorite podcasts is The Dollop.
Right.
And, it's just a podcast about, history. And there's a lot of just shit that they talk about that it's like, man, I cannot believe that, that's the way people thought and acted, usually towards women or minorities. And it's still a shock, when you see it, even like in a movie like this.
Yeah, just because it is, it's set in, I guess, late 19th century, early 20th century.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And yeah, I don't know when exactly women's suffrage in the UK was passed. But that plays a large part of the movie.
Yes.
Is the sort of struggle for that to be passed.
Mm-hmm.
It's related to the other mystery that Enola gets wrapped up in. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Just history sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
A lot of the times it really is shitty.
But yeah, Mycroft wants to send Enola off to a boarding school so that she can learn how to be a proper lady and fit into society, which just means being available to be married.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
she's going to go get her MRS degree.
which is just a shitty thing.
Yeah, very much so. When Enola is vocally not interested in that.
Right. And has been raised by her mother to, basically, turn her back towards all that too. And to be an independent woman. Which, at the same time, though, it's a big recurring theme throughout the movie is that, you get to choose your own future and not the future that other people have laid out for you. But hasn't, Mama Holmes just pretty much done exactly that for Enola?
Kind of. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't considered that, but you're absolutely right. She sort of sets her on a path and then tells her to pick her path, but she's already been set on one, so yeah.
Right. Just a thought I had.
Yeah, no, that's a very good thought.
To bring it back to the dollop for just a second, there is a scene that made me laugh out loud because of the dollop. It's very early in the movie when Enola goes to the train station to meet Sherlock and Mycroft. And when she introduces herself to them, the first thing Mycroft, I guess, insults her about is not wearing gloves and a hat.
Right.
And just a recurring theme throughout various dollops is just the importance of hats. Like, they will be telling a story about, like, just some sort of massive catastrophe, and the only way that people will know that something is amiss is that they saw somebody run by without a hat.
That's so weird.
It's super fucking weird.
What the hell? I feel like if I was out in public and I saw everyone wearing a hat now, I would think something was up.
The daycare at my work, the last week, they have all been wearing crazy hats to work. And it's fucking weird just to see people running around with hats indoors.
That's so strange. I guess, there was the whole, there was a whole market for it, haberdashers and whatnot.
Sure.
So I guess it makes sense. The Mad Hatter was onto something there.
But yeah, anyway, that just made me chuckle. Just
yeah, Mycroft just routinely is just an asshole to her.
God, he is awful.
If you take one thing about the movie away from this podcast, it's that Mycroft Holmes sucks.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of other Sherlock Holmes adaptations and whatnot, and Mycroft generally comes off as just being the asshole brother in almost all of them.
Yeah,
but I think this was the worst one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, because like even on the one I'm most familiar with is Sherlock, the Benedict Cumberbatch. I was trying to come up with a funny name for him, but I couldn't do it off the top of my head. It really is. The Bumbershoot Crimbleberry TV show.
There you go.
That Martin Freeman is on. No, that was a terrible one. I regret that one.
No, it's good.
But yeah, like on that show, I feel like Mycroft, like, yeah, he is sort of a dick to Sherlock sometimes, but also, he's just, I think part of it is that he's really charming on that show.
Yeah.
And the way that he is played in this movie is not charming at all. Like, he's just an asshole.
Yep. It may also help that Sherlock takes place in the present day, and this takes place in actual Victorian England.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of mentioned, or I mentioned last week when I picked the show, about Henry Cavill and how in every single movie or show that he is in, he displays aspects of being very Superman-like, except for when he actually plays Superman.
Right.
And it follows suit with this one, too.
I agree, yeah.
Even though he is technically playing a character more closely related to Batman, he still displays, just an affable charm that Superman should have.
He's so good. How did those movies fuck up so badly?
And I think the worst aspect of it, and despite, the neck snapping and broodiness or whatever, is his fucking hair.
Yeah. His hair that naturally falls in the Superman curl.
Yes! Like, this entire movie, he's wearing the natural Superman hairstyle. And the S stands for Sherlock. But, but I mean, it's not necessarily just him. Like, every actor who plays Superman, they always fuck up the hair.
Yeah.
And here they have someone who his hair just naturally does it. Oh.
It is really baffling.
Oh, infuriating.
Yeah. I feel your pain.
But yeah, Cable is pretty decent as Sherlock.
Yeah.
He's not a great actor, but he definitely has a charm that comes through.
Definitely, yeah.
And he is just a fine piece of man to look at anyway. I was gonna do...
I said indeed.
Yeah. I was going to do a joke about how this movie stars a young, fresh, hot piece of ass, and it'd be Henry Cavill. But I didn't get around to doing it.
You went back and did it anyway.
I didn't hear anything.
Oof. Yikes. So, we have talked about the dudes a bunch. We haven't talked much about Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown.
She is delightful in this.
She is fantastic.
I've never. Well, I saw the first season of Stranger Things and hated it.
Yeah.
But she also, as far as I recall, didn't really talk or do much in that show.
She doesn't have a lot to do, or at least in early seasons as 11. Yeah, because she's still sort of acclimating to the world.
Right. So I mean, yeah, it was. So my experience of seeing her and things is very limited. But she was great in this.
Yeah, I mean, for basically being in every scene,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There's maybe a handful that she's not in, but yeah, I mean, she carries the movie, and yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, I would absolutely watch a sequel. Like, I know this is based on a series of books, and they haven't talked about a sequel or anything like that. And this was yet another movie that was supposed to be released theatrically, but it did not happen because of the plague.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. But, I do know that it's gotten pretty good reviews, and a lot of people watched it when it first came out. But I would absolutely watch a sequel, with this cast, and it was just, it made me feel good to watch it.
Yeah. if I had a complaint about it,
Oh, I've got a complaint for sure.
okay. If I had a complaint about it, it's and I guess it's sort of it's pretty predictable that Enola falls for the first cute boy that she sees.
Yeah, that's not. I was kind of hoping they would stray from that, but they went right for it.
Yeah.
I think overall the mystery is relatively predictable as well.
For a long time, I wasn't sure what the mystery was. I knew that she was protecting the Tewksbury. I don't remember his full name because he's got 15 names.
Yeah.
I knew that she was like protecting him from whoever is after him. Mainly Bern Gorman.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I just missed that they were trying to figure out who was after him too. I just sort of thought that he had run away, and so people were after him just to bring him home.
Uh-huh.
But the addition of the larger plot and its relation to the other things that were going on in the world sort of felt like it got to about 20 minutes left in the movie, and I was like, and it was like, oh yeah, we need to make this a little bit bigger than it was before. It can't just be about a kid who runs away.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, to sort of back up your points and to be fair to the movie, it takes a while to sort of get going that even a mystery other than where's mom is happening. And that they sort of tie in. I mean, not directly, but tangentially anyway.
Yeah.
Takes a minute to get there. it's and I think we say this about almost every other movie. It's a little long.
It is. It could have been half an hour shorter, probably.
Yeah. But it was still very enjoyable.
Absolutely, yeah.
I will go ahead and give you my complaint about this movie, and
please do.
I did not like the breaking of the fourth wall.
All right, that's fair. That's totally fair.
It bothered me from the jump, and it kept happening.
Yeah, she's Frank Underwooding her way through things. I think it's perfectly natural.
I don't know that reference.
Frank Underwood is Kevin Spacey's character on House of Cards.
Oh.
Who also breaks the fourth wall. That was the first thing it reminded me of.
Gotcha. I never watched House of Cards.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. In hindsight, turned out to be a pretty good idea.
Yeah. How about she's fleabagging her way through things? How's that?
House, I have not watched that.
Watch Fleabag, Eric.
Maybe I will, because A, you just got very angry. And B, the director of this movie is one of the directors of episodes of Fleabag. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I looked up to see what else that he had done, and basically just British television.
Awesome.
That's pretty much what he's got.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I can see how the fourth wall breaking would be off-putting.
Yeah, just I'm not a fan of that in general, unless I don't know, unless it's occasionally in like a Mel Brooks movie.
Sure.
There were also just some weird stylistic things that just were never consistently done throughout the movie. Like the weird when she would develop her phases of her plans, which
right,
gets dropped off pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her plan goes all askew.
Well, sure. But yeah, it was just minor things like that bothered me, but nothing that really took away from my enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything that, like, I know I sort of complained about the predictability of the love story. One thing that I didn't expect to happen that I wish had not happened is that her mom comes back. Big spoiler here.
Yeah.
But like I thought that, you know, the mystery of her mom being gone, you know, by the time the movie gets to that point, it feels like Enola has sort of moved on.
Uh-huh.
And like, you know, if they were going to continue that, I thought maybe it would, you know, maybe play out in another movie or something.
Right.
It just felt a little tacked on. Like it was a little too pat for me in that respect.
I can totally get that. I almost, I don't know. I think if maybe she had come back at some point in the middle of the movie, that,
Yeah.
you know, that probably would have played out a little bit better. Or at least like a revelation that she, you know, was maybe having a hand in some of the machinations of what was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think something like that would have worked.
Yeah. I also did not enjoy that, you know, the central message of the movie is that violent revolution is bad. Because it is proven that it works. And that I support Eudora Holmes and her desire to blow shit up to change the world.
Now this is not an episode of The Dollop, Eric. So we don't espouse revolutionary views around here. It's not violent ones.
Oh, but I have
No,
a cat
I thought that
me.
was an interesting twist actually that that her mom was, you know, sort of like with all the bombs and the weapon making equipment that they were, you know, this women's group was planning violent revolution.
I
I
fully
thought
support
that
it.
was unexpected.
You know, honestly, I there was a point where I thought, oh, does this all take place like around November 5th?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think this would have been, yeah. I don't know. I'm glad they didn't try to tie it into that.
Oh yeah, me too. That would have been stupid. I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, I just I watched Judas and the Black Messiah over the weekend. So
oh, nice. How was that?
It's great. I highly recommend it. Not
Awesome.
uplifting.
I assumed it wouldn't be.
Definitely not lighthearted. But an excellent movie, and I highly recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm nitpicking Enola Holmes now, but I overall really enjoyed watching it.
Oh yeah, no, I did too. Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, it's not terribly deep or you know involving, but it is just flat out entertaining, and sometimes that's all you need.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just fun.
Yeah, just you know, the cast is great from top to bottom. You know, even the pretty boy teenage guy. You know.
Yeah, there's not a bad performance to be found in this movie.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, as long as it focuses on Enola, you know, it's pretty great because you know I don't think I could see Henry Cavill carrying a whole Sherlock Holmes movie by himself.
Yeah, I don't think I could see that either, but I do like the idea of like them doing like a team up, you know, like at the end where he says that he'll take her on as his ward.
Yeah.
Like if they did actually go forward with that, I would be very into that.
Yeah, I'm all about him appearing as Sherlock Holmes in just a supporting capacity to the
Exactly.
greater story of Enola.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best Holmes, one might say.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good movie. Good pick.
Thank you. I'll pick something terrible next time.
Excellent. Let's get back on track here.
Exactly. I don't know that I have much more to say about it, but it was just a good time to be had.
Definitely, yeah.
Anything bringing you joy?
I have been getting back into action figure customizing.
Nice.
I feel like I sort of go on little kicks where I'm doing things like, I draw a lot, or I write a lot, or I play with toys a lot. And right now I'm playing with toys a lot. Like I got a display case for my existing custom action figures, which is exciting and incredibly nerdy. So just I guess toys and doing creative things with toys.
That's awesome.
Making me happy right now.
I made exactly.
How about you?
I made exactly one custom toy when I was a kid, and it did not go well. So,
what'd you make?
I had a character of my own that I had created, and so I took it was a Riddler Toy Biz figure.
Nice.
I gave him Robin's cape and painted him up.
That's awesome.
And it was not great.
Do you still have it?
No.
Aww.
No, I did do one other. I turned a Captain America into a U.S. agent. Because it's the easiest fucking thing you could do.
That's classic. Yeah, I mean, one of my earliest ones was the Flash to the Reverse Flash, because that is also the easiest thing to do.
But as for,
what's making you happy?
Yeah, so I found a friend of mine kept asking me for weeks to watch this show on Netflix, and so I finally did, and it was pretty excellent. And if you like cartoons and superheroes, I would highly recommend it to you as well. It is called Kid Cosmic.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
It is from the creator of the Powerpuff Girls.
Nice.
It's about a kid who lives out in the desert with his grandpa, and he's just like a big comic book and movie nerd. And he discovers a crashed UFO and 5 stones that have come out of the craft that he welds onto lug nuts and calls them rings of power. And then it turns out that they actually have powers. And he winds up forming a super team with his friends and family.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fucking great.
Nice. Kid Cosmic?
Kid Cosmic. It looks fantastic, and it's just, like the first couple episodes are just sort of like, oh, okay, this is good. But then, like, by the time you get into the middle, towards the end of the season, it's just great.
Nice.
Yeah. Just really enjoyed
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good thing. I will check that out for sure. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It really is. I think you would definitely get a kick out of it.
Nice.
Especially as much as I know you love, multicolored Green Lantern rings.
I do, my favorite thing. Bastard. So I guess I should probably pick a movie for next time, huh?
I would suppose so, yes.
All right. I have given this zero thought, other than I've got my list in front of me.
Alrighty.
So I'm just going to pick one.
Okay.
Let's watch. And let me know if you've seen this. It's a movie on Hulu. It's called I Kill Giants.
I have not seen that. I've read the comic.
All right. I have not read the comic, but I knew it was based on one.
Alrighty. That has been on my to-watch list for quite a while, and I've just never gotten around to it. So, heck yeah,
Excellent.
Let's watch that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing that. And,
yeah.
On behalf of Joe Grunewald, this is Eric Schomburn signing off.
Stay safe, America.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.